Ornaments, yes. That is also a good topic. Reason being, there is different types of ornaments and stuff you can get out there, and if you're not cautious, you can cause serious damage or even death to the fish or the aquarium itself. Starting out, let's go with some rocks. I don't know how well you can see that. Okay, I've got some rocks here. I've also got these little white rocks down here. This is also actually a rock. I thought it was driftwood when I got the tank, but it's actually a rock. And depending on how well you can see back in the back down there, there is a bright red rock. Okay, I also have live plants here, but if I turn around and go to the aquarium I just set up, right now this tank, I guess you could say, is a little overstocked, but it's a work in progress. I've got artificial plants in here. I've also got a beta sitting right here. The other tank also has a beta. She is right there. So when housing betas, be careful on what type of ornament you use. This is not so much really good for betas. I mean, you can use them. Apparently I do, but I'm just careful. Reason being is their sharp edges, and it will cause to rip their fins. And the kind of ornaments and stuff you would want to go with betas would be the kind that are silk, or the silk plants, or anything like that. Nothing with rough edges. So even with rock, just make sure it's a smooth rock and not a rough rock like a coral. Yes, you can put coral in fresh water. I actually have a couple corals. I just haven't put them in my fresh water yet. Another thing would be such like with betas is a leaf that you can actually suction cup to the side of your aquarium. It's good to put it up high. They are they have labyrinth gills, so they also breathe at the top of the air, or breathe at the top for air, but also, of course, have the gills to breathe in the water. So, like right now, he's just kind of watching, see if I put food in there, but he'll sit up here for a little while and basically bask under the light, even though he's not really basking. He's just like, he just now took a breath. So having him something to be able to sit up on, or even a beta log, which is a log that floats, and they're able to swim through it, so they just basically sit on top of that as well and be able to reach the top a lot easier, especially if they're sick. Something else would be like the tunnels and stuff. Get the betas don't, or fish don't really care too much what color you use, so go with what you want. I mean, if you want a tank that stands out, of course, go with bright colors, neon colors, glow-in-the-dark stuff. If you want a more natural look, of course, go with the natural rocks and things like that. Either way, the fish aren't going to care. The big thing they're going to care about is the water conditions and food. But going on, as I'm skimming through, I'm able to find a lot of coral, which you can use, of course, like I said, in fresh water. Just be sure that you can have fish in there. A lot of the coral and stuff will change the pH in the water, so see if that would do anything to your water itself. And if it does, and you really want to use the coral or anything that's going to cause the pH to change on you, be sure to have like a stabilizer or something that will correct the pH in the water, as well as being able to check it in the tap water with a freshwater test kit. But another thing would be driftwood. Driftwood is awesome. I did have some of that set up. I actually have a tank downstairs that has driftwood in it, and I love it. The side effect of it is the fact that it causes the water to turn brown or even black, which is the tannins inside the driftwood. So one way of being able to solve that issue is to actually let it soak in water and constantly change the water until the water starts to come out clear. That will also avoid causing the water to, or have to do a lot of water changes that are unnecessary during the time, especially with a new tank. Other than that, check on the fish. Make sure it's not going to cause any problems with your pH, and if it does, make sure you have something to correct that. Also, too, don't just go pick up rocks or whatever on the side of the road or anything like that. Some rocks can and will release harmful chemicals into the water. There's a way of testing with that, but I don't remember exactly how to do that. So always buy decorations from somebody like a website or a pet store, especially brand new. Be cautious when buying used. Reason being, you don't know why that ornament or whatever was removed. So let's say that all the fish in the tank died, they had like ick. You're going to contaminate that ornament, and even if it's left out for a long time and it's got ick on there, it'll cause the fish that you put the tank into also get ick, and you're pretty much ruined and spent all that money on something you can't use. So just be careful, no sharp edges. Make sure it's tested. Soak it in some fresh water first and let it clean off, and definitely make sure you wash it off before putting it in.